Hey there guys, DCRS here, and today I'll be doing a beginner's guide video on how to save your gems and how to spend them wisely when you're purchasing from the shop. So in this video, let's go to the shop. Now you notice that there's actually a lot of, booster boxes and stuff. You have your mini boxes and you have your booster boxes, which is your main boxes. So those are two of the few things you can actually spend your gems on. You can also spend it on structure decks, except for the Spellbound Silence, structure deck, which it's mostly a deck that is actually pay to play rather than free to play. So don't worry about that. You're just gonna worry about other stuff like spending your gems. So this video is not going to be about spending money, but it is kind of important to actually save your money in real life. So you can spend your gems on structure decks, and also I think that's it. Yeah, the rest you actually have to spend money in. So how do you save gems in particular? Well, the first thing you have to do is figure out what you're actually planning on spending your gems on. If you don't know how to spend your gems wisely, I recommend thinking before you purchase, because it's very important that you actually need to know what your goal is. If you don't have a goal, you're pretty much spending your gems without any, well, I guess you say without any thought in particular. That's pretty much how I think about it. So I've got 3,000 gems right here, right? And I think that's how you start off with in Duel Links at the beginning, or maybe you spend around, or maybe you have like around 4,500 depending. But you actually get gems over time once you level up your characters. So once that happens, it's preferred that you actually save your gems for the right deck you want to build. Preferably a deck that you think will last you a long time. In this case, I made a video before about budget decks. So if you're making a budget deck specific, those gems will work on those specific decks, and they can actually work for a very long time, even to this very day. Except there are some decks that have they're kind of outdated in a way by now. But there are actually some in there that I did in my previous beginner's guide video that actually still relevant to this very day. So, let's take a look at Crusader Battlegrounds. Let me just do one thing. There we go. Okay. Oops, gonna have to turn that off. Give me 1 second. Okay. And I need to hide Jaden. How do I hide Jaden? There you are. Okay, so with this, you have select options of ultra rares and super rares and rares and commons in one single box. So your ultra rares are very specific in, well, not specific, but vast. You can choose a variety of them, of different amounts of ultra rares that you can actually build from this. So we have, like for example, Dark Creator, Silent Swordsman level 7, Great Magic Gazette, Festalos, Firestorm Monarch, etc, which are in this main box. There are actually a lot to choose from. So a main box is actually, they use more gems than the mini boxes, but they're actually specific on archetypes in general. This includes the mini box, but they give more, main boxes give more support to support, whilst mini boxes are kind of like a special treat in a way. Not really a special treat in the right choice of words, but it's more like, let me show you. I'll come back to the main box for a second. We'll go to Clash of Wings. That is currently the newest box. So in this mini box, we have, for example, the ultra rares. There aren't that many. Usually one mini box comes with around 2 ultra rares, whilst the super rares are just around 8. Whilst the rares are very specific, and you have your commons, which is not really a big box, but it's actually pretty decent in size compared to your main box, which is like, a main box is like around 200 packs, whilst a mini box is around 80 packs. So you save more money save more gems, including with mini boxes rather than main boxes. Main boxes require you to spend a bit more gems. So let's say I want to spend like my whole entire gems, like 9,999 gems. That's the max amount of gems. Ooh, what was that sound? Oh, it looks like something popped up at the back. I'm just gonna exit that for a second. Let's hope I'm not in... Okay, anyway, back to the video. Sorry about that. So, if I was to spend like 9,999 gems, I would get around, let's see, a whole entire box would be around 80 packs is like around, let's see, you get 10 packs per 500 gems. So, well, 500 gems per 10 packs. Either way, doesn't matter. Basically, you can only spend like 8 times, so one box is around 4,000 gems for a mini box. But for as a main box, you have 200 packs. So 10 packs divided by 200 is around 20. So you need to spend 20 times the amount of 500 gems. So that is around 10,000 gems? Hold on, let me just double check real quick. I'm pretty sure I know my math, but I just want to be sure. So you get 20 packs from this. So 20 times the amount. So we got 20 times 500. That would give us, whoops, unless I accidentally pressed divide, times 20. So we get around 10,000 gems, which is not enough of the main, well, in a way it's enough, but it's only enough for one box. So is that worth your gems? Not really. So how do we save our gems if we can only buy one box in total? Well, there is a solution to that. Pick cards that you think that will be useful to you at the current time. What I mean by that is, pick cards like, for example, I want to make Mech and Phantom Beast. So in this mini box, I'd pick out this one, and the rest of them are rares and stuff. So these are the only 2 super rares that are good in this, that are cards that I want for Mech and Phantom Beast. So if I pull these 2 cards specifically, I then press the reset box button. This big red button resets the whole entire box, and it will repack every single card in here back to its normal state. So if I pull like this card and this card from the box, and I want to try and get 2 more of each, I just go reset, and it'll restock these 2 cards specifically. The rest of cards that you didn't buy, so they'll stay at 1, sadly. But depending on how many you pull, they'll be restocked to its original amount in the mini box or main box. So I pull these 2 cards from it, then I press reset, and then I go into the box again and try and pull them again with the same amount of packs and stuff. So I saved a lot of gems just by resetting the box. Now, if you're a collector like me, or anyone in specific that actually wants to get 3 of each, let's say, since I've got more than 3 of each, these are the cards I own. So I've got like around 4 copies of something like each. These will cost actually a lot more, but if you're actually spending money on this, real actual money, then you should have no problem getting everything in time due to the discounts and all that when a new box comes out, or when a discount comes out during a specific time for an event. I think that makes sense. Basically, they release discounts once in a while, and those are actually good things, good opportunities for you to spend money on if you actually are buying stuff in general with real money, cards in general with this. But yeah, that's pretty much tips on how to save stuff. And lastly, would you actually buy these structure decks? Personally, for me, I would only get them if you were trying to make a budget version. But if you're trying to make a competitive budget deck, I'd recommend picking up the Spellbound Silence one if you're planning on spending money. But this is only for people who are actually spending money. So this is how you can save your gems. You don't actually have to spend gems at all in this. So this is another way of saving gems. But you actually will spend money at the same time. Which is a downside, but at least you're not spending wasting your gems. That's the only good thing. If that makes sense. So one structure deck you get, for this one specifically, this is the one for the current time of making this video, is that this structure deck is probably one of the best ones you can actually build from this, because it's very free to play friendly. Friendly, well, if you're just not spending money on this, then well, you're not free to play if you're spending money. But if you are spending money for a bit amount, sure, you won't be treated as free to play as most people would think, but you actually are saving a lot more money compared to buying packs from mini boxes and stuff. Because most of the stuff was actually from the silent, what was it called? Let me go and double check. The Echoes of Silence structure deck, not structure deck, the Echoes of Silence mini box. So all these cards you can actually get from this mini box in general. There's more to choose from, but chance of pulling them are really slim depending on how lucky you get. So you do get Silent Burning in this, you do get to stay on level 8, but it depends on how you can pull it. So think about what you want in the beginning rather than spending all your gems for one or two specific cards. Think about what you want to build and how you're going to build it. So let's go back to the Echoes Spellbound Silence. So as I saw from the Echoes of Silence mini box, they said structure deck there, you can get a Silent Magician level 8 and a Silent Burning. Also, you can probably get this as well in there, but it was down below, but I didn't want to go into it too far. But yeah, you get these ones automatically in one box. So you get, from one structure deck, you get one of the level 8, this all comes with it, so that is worth your bargain. So you get 3 Silent Magician level 4, which is pretty good, due to the fact that if you don't pull it from the Echoes of Silence mini box, you can actually get it from here pretty cheaply. You can also get Silent Burning as well, which is another card from the Echoes of Silence, and Silent Magician level 8. These are the 2 new cards from the Echoes of Silence, and these two, this card specifically, Silent Magician, is worth its bargain. Trust me. That's only if you are spending gems. Also, not spending gems. Also, you get Level Up, which is a really good card and a really good reprint. Due to the fact that you can level up your Silent Magician level 4 all the way to level 8. Simply. Well, as simple as possible. And yeah, buying 3 of these would get you at least around 3 copies of each. You probably get more due to the fact that some of these have 3 of each in it. But that's you can easily just convert them and you get rare orbs, attribute orbs as well. Whoops, attribute orbs here. And you can also get trap orbs and also spell orbs depending on how many you have spare. So yeah, that's really worth its bargain, and it gives you a fresh start into playing the game. Now with the other structure decks, we have stuff like this, which you can actually spend your gems on. Now, would I recommend this structure deck? Probably not, unless you're actually building a grass or greener version, because version of this deck, because Arcbreak Dragon is really good when it gets milked the graveyard. So, but you need to buy 3 of this, and you can only purchase 1 of this with gems. So you can make a budget version with this, but in my perspective, I would not recommend getting these ones. They're not worth your time, unless of course you're getting the Destiny Hero one, which is worth its bargain, because you get 2 Promonizations and 2 Celestials straight away, because at the moment Celestials at 2, and this is pretty good for its own bargain with 500 gems for free. So yeah, and you get yourself a free Trinity, which you only run 1 of, and 1 Dangerous as well. Well, you might run more, but you have to spend more money on this, which you don't really want to if you're playing free to play. So spend your gems wisely. Also, there's the Hero one as well. It's pretty good. Comes with 2 polys as well. Also comes with a blaze band. This is pretty good for a free-to-play friendly. Since blaze band's pretty good as a hero card in general. We also have legendary warriors. This structure deck is pretty good for if you're trying to make a beat stick deck. First off, 500 gems. But as I said, spend your gems wisely. Don't just spend all these structure decks that I'm telling you. Just pick up something that you want, and then you can probably spend the other gems on boxes. So yeah, this is just an introduction of how you can spend your gems, and how you can save up your gems for future boxes, and also you can get more gems later on during the event, during future events. Like for example, the one that's going on right now is the Esperoa Duel Carnival. You can actually get free gems and stuff in that as well. Just to let you know. So let's go into the Esperoa event. At the moment, I'm recording this during the 4th of July to the 6th of July. So, let's go into the treasure box, shall we? Now, these events specifically are really good because it allows you to get gems and stuff, gold, keys, and all this interesting stuff that you can normally get like from the card trader, or drops from duels specifically. Legendary duels, standard duels, or even PvP, when you're versing players in PvP. And yeah, gems are worth it because some events give you free gems when you participate. Let's go to the Calamity of Rewards, shall we? Just to show you. So yeah, there's 30 gems here, 75 gems here, and there's more gems to come when you get more rewards. So yeah, that's how you can get more gems in the game. You can also get gems through clicking certain places on the map, but these are time limited type of gems that you can get for free, but they only appear like once every, I don't know, once every couple minutes, couple hours, depending when it restocks or when it actually gives you a notification. So yeah, here's another few gems. So you get around 1 to 5 gems from just doing this. This is another way to get free gems, and also another way to save up your gems and get more gems later on. But you can also level up your character to get more gems. So yeah, that's another way to get gems in specifically. But yeah, I keep saying but yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is more of a, this is a tutorial, not tutorial. It is a tutorial, but what I'm trying to say is, it's a guide on spending your gems, and also a guide for getting gems and spending them wisely. So yeah, this is DCRS. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial guide on gems specifically. See you guys next time. Bye.